This might be bad news if you are a Kei supporter and possibly even worse if you are an Ichinose supporter. Yes, for both. And if you don't support anyone, then enjoy the drama. While the code universe is shrouded in mystery, the community, well, not so much. The thing is, even if you just happens to pass by the code community at the highest possible speed and took a glance at it for 0.001 seconds, you will be sure of one thing, that these two groups absolutely hate each other the way everyone hates this guy. In fact, their rivalry has been ongoing for centuries with no option for peace to begin with, and for a long time, this battle has been pretty one-sided. As it happens, ever since the start of year 2, Kei supporters have been collecting wins left and right, while the other half was just falling into the abyss. And then came year 2 volume 8 and early illustration release of year 2 volume 9, reviving the hope. But even still, it doesn't come close to what happened after that. As it turns out, one more color illustration is released from year 2 volume 9, and it's even more spicy than the Carolina Reaper. So, you remembered how around a week ago in a video I asked, has Ichinose moved on from Ichinose? Well, turns out not at all. Look at this newly released illustration, it's like she's now more into him than ever. And now looking at this image, I think Ichinose might be the one calling out Ichinose instead. Seriously, I don't know what happened between year 2 volume 8 and year 2 volume 9, but whatever it is, I'm here for it. So, initial expressions. Ichinose looks like she's blushing, whereas Ichinose looks like he's reciting his inner monologue again.
Not even for a second.
And looking at the room, one would say it's gotta be Ichinose room, right? I mean, that's where basically half of the story happens. But look at this quote in the background. Does this look familiar to you? Now, it's not an exact match, but the color saturation could be just because of lighting, which could mean that maybe it's Ichinose's room. Reason being, they are in their school uniform, and I don't think Ichinose came to Ichinose room wearing the coat and then hanged it there. At this point, sure, it could be Ichinose, but it being Ichinose's room would be really great. You know why? Because then this situation will be totally opposite of what happened in volume 11.5. If you don't remember, then Ichinose invited Ichinose to his room, and then Ichinose was the one touching Ichinose's face and her lips back then. And here we are now in this situation. The other reason is Ichinose is set to meet Ichinose at the end of year 2, and volume 9 is definitely not that end. It's December, so yeah, the year is ending, but not their academic year, which is why I don't think Ichinose is the one that called up Ichinose here. I mean, his expressions clearly says that, right?
I swear to God, if she doesn't stop and get out from here. Oh wait, is that Kei's footstep I hear? Oh no, I gotta hide her. Come here, you little...
But whose room is it? We can't really confirm, but depending on the answer, the situation would change a lot. Now looking at their clothes, it was maybe a simple day at school, nothing crazy. And looking at Ichinose, he looks like he's disappointed in a way. But then again, that's most probably Ichinose default face. I mean, he's the only one who can stay in this expression while being in this situation. And yes, Ichinose is not looking very Ichinose-like for some reason, but we needed change in Ichinose, and here it is. Although it's kind of the opposite of what many people expected. I thought she would move on from Ichinose, but looks like she's doubling down here. And the degree of change is so much that I could never imagine that she would even be in the same room as Ichinose, let alone touching his face with both her hands and blushing. She really did a 180 here, like what's that expression? I don't know how it will turn out, but I have a question for you all. What is Ichinose trying to do here? What is she trying to achieve with this? Like, what does she think will come out of this situation? I mean, she knows very well that Ichinose is dating Kei Karuizawa, so why? Is she trying to steal Kei's boyfriend? Because if that's the case, then someone please go and tell her that stealing a boyfriend doesn't work the same way as stealing from a store. To be honest, I don't know why she's acting this way. It would be pretty funny if one day Ichinose just woke up and was like, everyone, I'll do what I want. Let me know what you think. And well, other than that, not much we can discover through this illustration, but I did said that it could be bad news for Ichinose supporters. And that's because if there's one thing that I've learned from these illustrations, then it's that it's most probably a bait. You think that, oh, they are going to have a romantic, passionately driven hardcore moment, but surprise, that's what they wanted you to think, and plot twist, the opposite happened. Or wait, is that what they want us to think and then it wouldn't be a bait? Or maybe that's all part of the plan and it is a bait. No, maybe that's also a counter plan to make us think that and Anyways, we have gotten baited so many times that I wouldn't be surprised if it turned out to be a bait. But if it's not, then fair play to Ichinose supporters. They can finally take revenge of all the trolling they had to went through. They might be able to take a big win, but if Ichinose fails here, then all the future hope is basically lost, so it's really an all-out situation for Ichinose. I'm looking forward to what happens next. And if like me, you are not a soldier in this end girl discussion, then sit back, relax and get ready to enjoy the impending chaos that would be Year 2 Volume 9. Thanks for watching the video, and the release date is set for Feb 25. We will get a trial version before that, and the synopsis of the volume will also come out in a couple of days. So do subscribe to stay updated, and I will see you all in the next one.